Hello friends, happy Tuesday. We're going to paint a new sign tonight, but first let me get us shared into our correct group. See if I can pull us up here. Oops. Creatives, coast to coast. Okay. Perfect, I've got us pulled up. So we're in the coast to coast, creatives coast to coast group tonight. We are going to paint the sign. I started taking it apart, I don't know why. It's a new one up on the website. It is interchangeable. So we're going to do this whole set tonight, but it comes in pieces. So this is the interchangeable piece, the barn set, and then this is the base that just says welcome. Hello Donna, hi Carmen. I'll take you guys down and we can get painting. Hi Erin. Alright, so I'm going to use some Vaseline. We're going to make it look rustic. So we're going to start with painting our background. I was thinking burnt umber, but now I'm wondering if maybe we should do gray behind it. Hey, Sam. Ugh, I think I did burnt umber on my last one. Let's do a gray behind it instead. Let's see what I've got. I think I'm going to do this one, pewter gray, dark gray. I'm going to try to just do it with baby wipe to start, and then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll use some Vaseline to make some little rustic spots on it. Hey Angela, how's everybody doing? I'm down here painting, and my mom's down here sewing a memory bear. Definitely gonna need more paint. Did you get it done? Mm-mm.
I need the outer arms though.
It's not completely covered, but I'm going to leave it like this because it's not really going to matter. So we're going to go back over it with white. The white's going to be primarily what shows. This is going to come through underneath. And I'm not going to do this piece because it's going to be covered completely, like so. But I'm going to do this one the same. Hi Lisa, hey Jan. And while we let this dry, we can go do, start on some of the insert pieces. Hello, Cheryl. Okay, so there's the outside of it. I'm gonna let that dry. Let's do our welcome sign real quick. I'm just gonna do this in black. I'm gonna use one of my sponges. So these kits are up on the website. I did put like 8 new pieces up yesterday and the day before. So there's new bases, new inserts, and then this new door hanger. All right, so there's that. We'll come back through with another coat in a minute. This whole part should be covered, so I'm not going to worry about painting that part. I'm going to do these in black. Little chicken and our cow. Chickens and our cow, I should say. Hello, Sandra. Okay, so I got those going. Let's do our barn's gonna be red. I'm gonna use a paintbrush to do this. Let's see. I'm gonna use a bigger one. Let's do this one. Hello, Lynn. I'm gonna use flag red for my barn. I'm gonna go around these pieces though. This is gonna be my barn door. It's gonna be white. And the little silo is gonna be gray, I think. And then that top window I'm gonna do black. So I'm gonna be kind of careful not to get it all over the place. Hey, Verlyn. Hi, Helen. Nice bright red barn. I'm just gonna finish this part and then I'm gonna go do the second coat on the base. So we can get that started. What's everybody up to tonight? Anybody else painting? Hello, Karen. All right, so we're gonna pause this for a minute and go on to the next step over here. So we got our gray background, and what I'm gonna do next is just go through and put some Vaseline on in spots. And what that does is stops the paint from sticking to it, so then we can kind of brush it off or wipe it off. And then it will give it a little rustic look. We did the carrot like this, but I don't have the carrot down here right now. I just randomly picked some spots. You're not really probably going to see it this far down because it's going to have the front piece over it. So I don't know if you can really see that, but there's just a little bit on there. And then the same thing here. And then I'm done with this. Oops. Then we're just going to paint over it like regular. I'm going to use a brush for that. And I'm going to use my white because I want my board, my round to be white. I'm not going to worry about getting my edges sloppy right now because I can go back and paint them black if I want to. See right there, it's already hard to cover, but when you go back through after you get it all painted, we'll use a baby wipe to kind of take some of the spots off, make it look more rustic. I'm not trying to paint it perfect either because you want it to look, I want it to look rustic, not brand new. So it already looks rustic just looking at it like this. Oops. I kind of painted it crooked. I should have done it. Oh well, it'll be fine. So we're gonna let this dry. Before we do our next step on that, and I'm gonna do this top part the same way. Your second piece. So we're just going to continue to let that dry, and we'll go over here and do our second coat on our little black pieces, and then we'll go back to our barn and work on finishing that up. See upstairs talking to himself.
Mm-hmm. Assuming, right?
All right. I think I'm going to add a little bit more red to my barn. I like it to be nice and bright. do this in gray, I think. Some of it will be covered up by the 3D pieces. You don't have to worry too much about being perfect. Ooh.
Did you say something?
No, I said, whoa, I threw a paintbrush at myself. Oh man. Hopefully that part's covered up by my 3D pieces. And I'm going to go back through and add some different texture in this, maybe some lighter gray parts in there when it starts to dry. This part I'm going to do black because I want it to look like you can't, like it's too far away. I did, Angela, did you? Some of this will be covered by a window, but I'm trying to be careful so I don't go outside my lines too bad here. Thank you. This part I'm going to paint white, but I'm kind of waiting because I want to make sure that red's all dry first. I don't want to have a pink door. I want to have a nice white door. So I'm going to go through and do my roof real quick and my frames for my windows. Alright, so these are going to go like this. I'm going to try it with gray and see how we like it. I do some little pieces of like black and white in there too to distress these a little bit more. And they'll probably need a second coat too. Are there seasonal pieces? I don't have any yet. This is the first one, Karen, but there will definitely be other pieces to it. So right now you can get it as a full set on the website, or you can get just the welcome part if you don't like the barn, and then I will work on getting some interchangeables up there eventually, just not yet. I'll let this dry just a little bit more. It still feels a little sticky, so work on doing these pieces first. Do you need something, Grandma? I can't give you a new back. I would if I could. You can have mine. I don't know if it's any better. Little window. I don't know how bright I'll make these because again I'm going for a rustic look, so it's just going to depend when I put them on the barn if I like it or not. If not, I'll do a second coat. do this part up here in gray. And then I'm going to do these little tiny pieces here you can barely see in black to make it look like little hardware on the doors. And there's little teeny tiny ones over here too. Let's see if I can make them straight. Could use a marker for this part too if that's easier. Did you just have me playing or something? I was gonna say I heard myself echoing. So there's our little door. Yeah, you're fine. All right, let me see if this is dry enough yet. I think we're good. I think, oops, you can see my fingerprints where the Vaseline is at. So I'm gonna take a clean piece of baby wipe now, and we're gonna go through and wipe off some of the Vaseline, which is what gives us our more rustic look. And you can wipe off as much or as little as you want. It's not going to be too dramatic, I don't think, because we used gray underneath it. If we used black, it'd be really dramatic. I used, what do you call it? The burnt umber underneath the carrots that I did. So now you can see the pieces underneath there. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this piece. I don't really remember where I put all the marks at. So there we go. I'm on live. Oh, that's all right. You can stick that up there for me. Thank you.
What are you on live with?
I'm on live.
Just in your business?
Mm-hmm. So it'll look something like this when we're all done.
Oops, hold on. Sorry about that. Oh, come on.
Press quit. Just put it up. Thank you. Say hi.
Hi, friends.
All right, let's finish our barn. Going to do white inside of here, but I want to make sure I have a decent brush for that. Try this one. And I'm going to outline it in this. I do want to do another coat of dark up here, and I want to do some detailing over here on that piece, but other than that, we're towards the end here, friends. The good thing about doing like this rustic, vintagey, distressed look is you don't have to worry so much about perfect painting. You don't have to worry about second coats, especially on the white, because if you don't do a second coat on the white and you're working with the wood, it already gives it a vintage look. So it's quicker. Hey, Patty. Boop. All right, I'm going to try to fill it in with this bigger brush. Hey, Rachel, how are you? I wonder if she left. She didn't really leave her stuff out here. I can't wait to share her bears that she's working on She made some already of with my grandpa's clothes. Now we're working on one with my grandma's stuff, and it is so stinking cute. Because their memorial, we're having a celebration of life memorial, whatever you want to call it, in a couple of weeks. My grandma passed away 6 years ago, and my grandpa just passed away in January. So we're finally having, she didn't want to have any sort of service when she died, so we're finally having a service. So it'll be nice. Now I think I'm gonna be good with that. I don't think I'm gonna need anything else with that. We'll see in just a second. Hey Diane, hi Sue. I have been so busy down here cutting new kits, guys. There's so much on the other side of me. I have another table the same size, and it's chock full of different cutouts. So there's a lot that's listed on the website already that I kind of snuck on there. If you go look around, you'll find things. Otherwise, there's new launches coming soon as well. Now I'm just going through with darker and lighter grays and giving my little thing over here some more texture. I'm gonna do the same thing up here on this top part of it. I think it's gonna be super cute. So there's where we're at so far. And let me see if I'm happy with this door. I think so. I think it looks nice and rustic. I don't think we want to put any more, especially white on there. I think I might do a little bit of like a dry brush of white on these pieces. See if I can get it to work with such a tiny brush. Usually I do my dry brushing with my big brushes, but I think this will work. Just to add a little bit more something to the roof pieces. I think this one goes here. I have another barn scene coming soon too. I think I showed you guys. It's behind me. I'll show you here in just a second. But one I did the other day, maybe it's been 2 weeks now. I don't know, something like that. So there we go. I think I might do a little bit more of this over here on this thing too. Kind of like the look that gives. All right, let's see if we can kind of put it all together and take a look at it, make sure it's what we want it to look like, and then I can glue the pieces together if it's what I want it to look like. Hey, Vicky! And then we'll be all done with it. Let's see. So here's our very back piece. Here's our middle piece where the insert will go. So this is our finished Oh shoot, I forgot I didn't glue it all together. My goodness, Ray, what you doing? Alright. Since it's not glued together, I'm going to just lay it down in here. So, just to look at it and make sure that it's what I want it to look like before I glue it all together and make it completely final, because once it's glued, it's not coming undone. Stick my little cow over here hanging off. My little chickies. Yeah, I like it. This backer part ended up a little bit crooked because I didn't go straight with it. I wasn't really paying attention to the, I was thinking it was just a round. I wasn't thinking about it having the little spots there for the handle already, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna start by attaching what I can on here first. Thanks, Marie. I saw this one just the other day and fell in love with it. I've been going crazy, I'm not kidding you. I have my new machine coming soon, probably in another month-ish. And so I've been just going crazy cutting out new files to get them listed on the website and working on new launches. Anyways, I have a whole bunch of files already planned for the year, and then I was just happened to be on there looking at new stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. And if I have to have it, then I'm sure somebody else will have to have it too. So I decided to buy the file and make it available on my website for you guys if you're interested as well. This piece I want to be really careful with to make sure that it stays right where I need it to be. Otherwise it's going to be glued on funky and won't really maybe fit where it needs to for the insert part. Oops. So let's make sure that it goes. Ooh. I think it's good right there. I'm gonna wait to put these guys on until I have it laid down on here to make sure that it's right where I need it to be. And this part's gonna be kind of tricky too, because I wanna make sure that the welcome is not crooked. And especially since this is crooked, it's throwing me off just looking at it. I'm like, eh. All right, I think right here is where I want it. I really do need to have some up here too though, so I shouldn't do that. Let's see. Okay. And there's Vaseline in certain spots on here, remember, so it's it's moving around a little bit, but I think it'll be good. I should have definitely put some over here too. Let's see if I can get underneath here still. This would have been easier if I would have done my Vaseline on here straight. But because I wasn't paying attention when I started putting that on and painting, it's a little bit off. It's all right, I think it's good enough. Yeah. I think we're gonna be good. I think it will work out just fine. stand up for this part. Guys, I never did anything to my hair today. I got out of the shower and just let it dry, so I look like a total mess tonight, but y'all don't mind, right? I work from home, so some days I just look like a mess. It's all right. All about comfort. Okay. Same thing. I think we're good here. I hope. And I gotta be really careful with putting these inserts in before it's all dry, because like I did the other day, it got stuck. So I'm not gonna keep that in there right now. I'm just gonna work on gluing my animals down, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. I want it to be down far enough where he doesn't look like he's like hovering above the sign, but I also don't want him to be, see what I mean, how it's crooked? This background, I wish that it was all straight, but I messed up. No big deal. With the inserts on there, you will not even probably be able to notice, so it's good. Okay, well, let me put it together real quick so you guys can see it, but I'm not going to keep it in here because I don't want it to get glued together. So here you are. Isn't that cute? Most of it will be covered. Yeah, I think so. See, once it's on there, it doesn't really, it's not too noticeable. But again, I don't want it to be glued together where I can't use it as an interchangeable again, so that Vaseline's still on here in this spot here. All right. Well, that is it, friends. And then I think I'm just going to do a cute little beaded hanger, paint them white, and that's going to be it. So this is up on the website. Thank you. So you guys can purchase it as of now if you're interested, and I will work on getting new inserts as well. I'm working on our next collection, which launches on May 1st for like Memorial Day, 4th of July, all the patriotic holidays. So that's coming first. And then once I get all that stuff cut, photographed, listed, or ready to launch, I should say, then I'll start working on some inserts. So in the next couple of weeks, there will be more options available for this if you're not into the farm stuff. So keep an eye on it. And you guys have a great week. I'll be live Friday morning at 8:30, so come say hi to me if you can. Bye, guys.